Crime prevention through environmental design, or CPTED, is a philosophy based on the theory that proper design and effective use of the built environment can lead to a reduction in the fear and incidence of crime, as well as an improvement in quality of life. The best time to apply this philosophy is in the design phase, before a building or neighborhood is built. Retrofitting an existing environment is possible, but can be very costly. CPTED principles may reduce crime and fear by reducing criminal opportunity and fostering positive social interaction among legitimate users of a public space. A legitimate user means one who is using the space for its intended purpose. The emphasis is on prevention and deterrence rather than apprehension. Please see our video on the ethics of CPTED via the link shown below for a discussion on the changing definition of the term legitimate and how CPTED principles can be applied without being overtly exclusionary or punitive to the most disadvantaged members of our society. Also, a more realistic name for this design philosophy could be crime deterrence through environmental design rather than prevention, as even the most die-hard CPTED true believer would never suggest that passive CPTED measures should be considered a replacement for all traditional security measures like locked doors, gates, or security patrols. Natural surveillance is central to CPTED. It describes an effort to create environments where there is opportunity for people engaged in their normal behavior to observe the space around them. This includes the placement of physical features, activities, and people in such a way as to maximize visibility for legitimate users. Considerations regarding landscaping design, lighting, maintenance, and positive social activity generators, like public art, murals, gardens, and seating areas, can all have an impact on improving natural surveillance. CPTED design embraces the urban village model, where high levels of pedestrian activity, social interaction, and increased eyes on the street are considered essential to achieving community safety. Crimes are less likely to occur when other legitimate users of a public space are around. Natural access control includes such measures as selectively placing entrances and exits, fencing, lighting, and landscape to control the flow of or limit access for vehicles and pedestrians. Always remember that the CPTED approach is broadly premised on bringing people in, not on shutting people out. Natural territorial reinforcement includes measures that use buildings, fences, pavement, signs, lighting, and landscape to express ownership and to define public, semi-public, and private space. Territoriality in design can provide clear border definitions of controlled space with clearly marked transition zones that indicate movement from public to semi-public to private space. These measures may be significant physical barriers like retaining walls, or they may be as subtle as a change in pavement or carpet color to distinguish between public and staff, or public and private areas. Early CPTED was sometimes referred to as the broken windows theory. This is the idea that when a space shows signs of neglect or vandalism, people are more inclined to engage in further unwelcome or criminal behavior. Timely repairs and clearing of litter and graffiti, along with diligent maintenance of landscaping and lighting, are essential elements of CPTED. When applied thoughtfully and early, good CPTED design principles can be effective in creating built spaces that welcome positive activities and reduce the fear and incidence of crime. Future videos in this series will address some of the more interesting aspects of CPTED management and design principles in further detail. For assistance with your project or property, please do not hesitate to contact 3SI Risk Strategies. We are here to help.